Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will be able to easily log in using your Gmail ID. Once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this UI and there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and doubt section. On this application, you will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Our first segment is daily current affairs. We make sure to provide you current affairs on daily basis in both English as well as in Hindi content. The PDFs for the same are uploaded on our application, and apart from this, we also make sure to provide you with quizzes that will help you to revise the content after you have gone through the PDF. Next comes our weekly content. The content is also provided in both English as well as in Hindi, and here we also make sure to provide you quiz also of that past week's current affairs that will be enhancing your learning, as it is a compilation of the important topics, important MCQ questions for the last week. Similar for the monthly, the PDFs are very important. They provide you insights of various topics, as well as we also make sure to provide you the quiz of monthly questions that are very important for learning. Next, we also provide you with important PIB articles on daily basis so that you can go through these articles and have an insight about that particular topic. Not just this, we also make sure to provide you important events that are happening globally and make sure to give you the right analysis. One of the most important segment of our application is that we make sure to provide you with the correct exam analysis. When you are having exam, we make sure to provide you with previous year questions so that the student can go through the exam pattern and the syllabus and can prepare the exam accordingly based on the pattern. After the exam, we also make sure to provide you with the exam analysis. Then for the students who are preparing for state exams, they will be also beneficial here, as we will make sure to provide with state-wise current affairs for them. Apart from this, we also make sure to cover the topic-wise current affairs such as your national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, as these are the topics from which the examiner definitely asks the question, and these are covered on the monthly basis. So friends, do check our application. It will be a one-stop solution for learning. Apart from this, friends, CareersCloud is hiring. We are looking for candidates for subject matter experts in quants, reasoning and English, and also we are looking for a content creator for current affairs topic on daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis. There is also an opening for a person who can translate the English content into Hindi. If you want to apply, you can scan the code here for further details, or you can go to the description and click the link below. These positions are available both in full-time and freelance for serious candidates. Now friends, recently your SBI clerk main exam was held. We have collected some stats over it, and let me show you why I say that AffairsCloud is one of the best top solution for current affairs. For the first shift and second shift, there were 46 and 43 questions collected respectively for 25th of Feb. Here we will be seeing that 41 questions and 38 questions respectively were covered by us in our course that we provide you. 27 and 23 questions respectively were covered in the applications quiz that I ask you to do on daily basis in your mobile application. Then 22 and 19 questions were from the pocket PDF that is provided to you in our course, and 17 and 17 questions respectively were from the monthly exam PDF that we do, and also from the video of monthly and weekly that we are doing on YouTube channel. So that is the reason I say that we are the one-stop solution for general awareness and current affairs that helps you in your preparation. For the in-depth questions that are deeply asked, 19 questions and 24 questions were respectively covered for in-depth questions, and number of in-depth covers were 15 and 21 respectively. Then the total covered in our applications were 9 and 10. So that is the reason I asked you that you should definitely take our course, because they will be very beneficial in your preparation. On daily basis, we provide you daily scoop PDF, daily current affair quiz, daily current affair and question answers quiz, right? Apart from this PDF, we also teach you on YouTube channel that is very beneficial in your learning for revision perspective also. Similarly, for weekly, top 60 quiz, CA content in PDF, and weekly overall question and answer PDF is also provided to you. And similarly for monthly also, top 100 question and answer PDF is provided to you in our mobile application. Monthly current affairs pocket PDF, monthly current affairs study PDF, exam PDF, and various banking and economy related questions PDF is also provided on monthly basis on our application. And for that you have to look at our course that we just mentioned. If we look at some of the month-wise stats, like on monthly basis, what are the questions that were asked, and we have covered those questions. So the total number of questions were 38 and 35 respectively for 25th of Feb for shift 1 and shift 2. And here we can see that for Feb month of 24, 2 questions and 4 questions were asked. From the Jan month, 16 and 18 questions respectively were asked. From December, 5 and 2 questions were asked. And for September to November, we saw that 8 and 5 questions were asked respectively. And from Jan to August 2023, that is for the last year, we saw 7 and 6 questions were covered. And let me tell you friends, all these questions were covered by us either on our mobile application or on our YouTube channel, where we provide you a detailed analysis of all the questions, all the content that is happening all around the world. Not just this, if we focus on static banking and GK stats, the total question asked were 8 and 8 respectively for first and second shift. Static banking question asked were 5 and 7. Static banking question answers that were covered by us were 5 and 6 respectively. Just a question short for the second shift, but we'll make sure to cover that in next time. Static GK question asked were 3 and 1 respectively, and static GK questions for the first shift were covered all, but for the second shift a question was left, but I make sure to cover that question also the next time, and so that there is nothing left when you are attempting your exam. I make sure that all my students who study and who watch my videos, who are taking these courses, who are studying from these PDFs, should not leave a stone unturned, and they should attempt all the questions that are being asked in your exam. Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the topic important days for Feb month. Session will be quite interesting and important, so do pay attention till the end and do take notes, as they will be very beneficial for your learning. Let's start. First is, when was Martyrs Day or Shahid Divas observed across India? So on 30th of January we observe Shahid Divas or your Martyrs Day, correct? And this year in 2024 we observe the 74th death anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Right, take a note of this, this is important, right? And on 30th of January only Mahatma Gandhi's death anniversary is observed. Mahatma Gandhi is known as father of nation. Now you tell me, in which year did Mahatma Gandhi came back from South Africa to India? It is in something 90s. This is your homework. Kindly let me know in the homework section. Next, the dash raising day of ICG, that is your Indian Coast Guard, observed across India on 1st of Feb 2024. So this was the 48th raising day of Indian Coast Guard that was observed on 1st of Feb. Next, when was United Nations World Interfaith Harmony Week observed across the globe? So UN's World Interfaith Harmony Week was observed across the globe, and it was observed from 1st to 7th of Feb. Right? It is observed from 1st to 7th of Feb, and it is to promote a culture of peace and non-violence among the people of their faith. Next, when was UN World Wetlands Day observed across the globe with the theme Wetlands and Human Well-being? This is the theme that you need to remember for UN World Wetlands Day, that is Wetlands and Human Well-being. Question asked here is that when do we observe this day? It is observed on 2nd Feb. Next, the Dash International Day of Human Fraternity observed across the globe on 4th of Feb. So, which edition of International Day of Human Fraternity was observed on 4th of Feb? It was the 4th edition of International Day of Human Fraternity, and it is to promote peace, tolerance, inclusion, understanding and solidarity between the people of diverse faiths. Next, when was World Cancer Day observed across the globe? So we observe World Cancer Day on 4th of Feb. Right, on 4th of Feb. And there is a campaign for this World Cancer Day, that is Close the Care Gap. Together we can challenge those in power. Next, when was the UN International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation observed across the globe? So this was observed on 6th of Feb. Right, take a note of it. Next is, what was the theme of UN World Pulses Day observed across the globe on 10th of Feb 2024? So theme being pulses, nourishing soil and people. I repeat, this is the theme, that is nourishing pulses, nourishing soil and people. This is the theme for the UN World Pulses Day observed across the globe on 10th of Feb 2024. And the first ever World Pulses Day was observed in the year 2019 on 10th of Feb. Next, the first round of the National Deworming Day was observed across India on dash. So this day is observed twice in India twice every year, right? And it is asked that the first round was observed when. The first round is usually observed in Feb month, the first round, and second is usually observed in the month of August. So when was on this Feb? This was on the 10th of Feb. National Deworming Day. The first round was on the 10th of Feb. Next is when was the first ever UN International Day of the Arabian Leopard observed across the globe. So when was the first ever UN International Day of the Arabian Leopard observed across the globe? It was on 10th of Feb 2024. Correct? Take a note of this. Next is when was the 9th International Day of Women and Girls in Science observed across the globe by UN. So this day is observed on 10th of Feb. This day is observed on 11th of Feb. International Day of Women and Girls in Science. And this there is a theme for this that you need to remember. Theme being think science, think peace. I repeat, think science, think peace. This is the theme here. Next, the dash UN International Day for the Prevention of Violent Extremism as and when conducive to terrorism was observed across the globe on 12th of Feb 2024. So which was it? It was the second UN International Day for the Prevention of Violent Extremism as and when conducive to terrorism. Next, when was the National Productivity Day observed across India? So National Productivity Day observed across India on 12th of Feb. Next is when was the International Darwin Day observed across the globe? So International Darwin Day was observed on 12th of Feb across the globe. Moving on. When was the International Epilepsy Day observed across the globe? And theme given here, milestones on my epilepsy journey. So what is the theme? What is the day? 12th of Feb, and theme being milestones on my epilepsy journey. Next, what was the theme of UN World Radio Day that was observed across the globe on 13th of Feb 2024? So theme is being asked to you here. So what will be the theme here? That is radio, a century informing, entertaining and educating. This is the theme for the UN World Radio Day observed across the globe on 13th of Feb. Next, when was the National Women's Day observed across India to commemorate the birth anniversary of Sarojini Naidu, popularly known as the Nightingale of India? Right? So, when was your National Women's Day observed across India? So, National Women's Day is observed across India on 13th of Feb, right? And it is to commemorate the birth anniversary of Nightingale of India, that is Sarojini Naidu. And this year in 2024, it was 145th birth anniversary of Sarojini Naidu. Next, when was the International Childhood Care Day observed across the globe? So, International Childhood Cancer Day was observed across the globe. When? On 15th of Feb. Right? Next is when was UN Global Tourism Resilience Day observed across the globe? I repeat, when was UN Global Tourism Resilience Day observed across the globe? So, it is observed on 17th of Feb. Moving on. Next, when was the 13th World Pangolin Day observed across the globe? So, on 17th of Feb, we observed the 13th edition of the World Pangolin Day. Next, when was the UN World Day of Social Justice observed across the globe? So, UN World Day of Social Justice was observed across the globe on 20th of Feb. Right? Next is when was the UN International Mother Language Day observed across the globe? So UN International Mother Language Day was observed across the globe on 21st of Feb. Correct? Take a note of this. And this year in 2024, it was the 25th edition or 25th observance of this International Mother Language Day. Next, when was World Thinking Day observed across the globe? So World Thinking Day was observed on 22nd of Feb. Next, Central Excise Day. Central Excise Day is observed also on 24th of Feb. Next is your World Non-Governmental Organization Day, that is World NGO Day. World NGO Day observed on 27th of Feb across the globe, and this was the 11th edition of World NGO Day that was observed. Next, what was the theme of the National Science Day that was observed across India on 28th of Feb 2024? So, theme for the National Science Day. What is the theme for the National Science Day here? Theme being Indigenous Technologies for Viksit Bharat. I repeat, Indigenous Technologies for Viksit Bharat. This is the theme for the National Science Day. So friends, these were your important current affairs for important days. Now let's move to some other revision current affairs that will be beneficial for your learning. Next, Admiral R. Hari Kumar, the Chief of Naval Staff, recently flagged off Indian Navy Chadar Trek, that is a frozen Janskar River Ladakh expedition in Dash in INS Shivaji. Right, I repeat, Chief of Naval Staff flagged off Indian Navy Chadar Trek expedition in INS Shivaji. Next, Minister of State Rao Inderjit Singh, that comes under Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, launched MPLADS mobile application in New Delhi. So they launched the MPLADS application. The name of that application is Sakshi. It is the mobile application of MPLADS, right? Sakshi. Right, mark this important. Now what does this Sakshi stands for? This question can also be asked to you. What does this Sakshi application is? Basically this application aims to provide transparency, accessibility and efficiency for all the members of parliament, correct, as they will be making decisions. Here this application will help them to provide analysis of data. All the records will be provided here. All the previous data will be there so that the decision making for these member of parliament becomes easy. So application is Sakshi. Next, name the bilateral exercise that was conducted between Indian Navy and Royal Thai Navy. That is exercise Ayutthaya. This is the name of the exercise. This is a bilateral exercise conducted between Indian Navy and Royal Thai Navy, that is between India and between Thailand. This exercise was conducted. This was the 36th edition of this exercise that was conducted, correct, and this was a part of Indo-Thai Corpet, correct. This 36th edition, this was a Corpet exercise. We all know what is Corpet, coordinated patrol, and it was the 36th edition of Indo-Thai Corpet exercise. Then from Indian side, remember which Indian naval ship took part in this exercise? It was INS Kulish that took part in this particular exercise. Next, NHAI launched One Vehicle, One Fastag initiative to discourage the user's behavior of using a single fastag for multiple vehicles. In order to remove the habit of various individuals who are using just one single fastag for their various vehicles, this initiative, One Vehicle, One Fastag initiative was launched. It was launched by NHAI, National Highway Authority of India. Now the question asked here is that under this initiative, fastags will incomplete KYC to get deactivated or blacklisted by banks post dash. So all the fastags that have incomplete KYC will be deactivated and blacklisted by the banks post which date? It will be post 31st of January 2024. All the fastags that do not have their KYC done. And what is KYC? Know your customer. KYC is your know your customer. So if any fastag with no KYC, that fastag will be deactivated. Next, which country has recently signed an agreement with Khanij Bidesh India Limited to explore and develop 5 lithium brine blocks? So Khanij Bidesh India Limited, Kabil, right? Which country signed an agreement with Kabil to explore and develop 5 lithium brine blocks? That is with Argentina. We know lithium is used in what is brine and lithium? First of all, lithium, we know in Jammu and Kashmir also reserves of lithium were discovered, and lithium's monopoly is with China. It is one of the main important source of developing electric vehicles, batteries, not just electric vehicle, we can say for batteries, rechargeable batteries. And brine is basically a solution of lithium and water. correct? Next, which company has recently signed an MOU with NPCI International Payments Limited to expand the UPI globally? It is Google Pay India, right? Google Pay India, they recently signed an MOU with NPCI International, and it is to expand UPI globally in different parts of the world. Now we are seeing that in different countries such as your UAE, then France, even in UK in multiple locations, we are enhancing or we are using this UPI. There is a very interesting fact, let me tell you. My friends, those who are in different countries, when they come to India and they use UPI, and after developing that habit of using UPI in India, and they go back to their own countries, let's say for example some are from USA, some are from Canada, they go there and they, even when we discuss about this, they say that they miss this facility UPI there, because it is such a good way of transacting money, for paying money for the services or the products that you buy, and they miss this UPI facility where they live right now. So in future we can see global adoption of this UPI, as it is one of the very interesting way of payment that has helped India's economy also, right? Next, who has recently appointed managing director and CEO of DCB Bank? So Praveen Achutan Kutti, he has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of DCB Bank Limited. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Murali M. Natarajan, who is the current MD and CEO of DCB Bank, and he is in current position since 2009. Next, the dash edition of the exercise Kazan 23, that is an annual bilateral exercise held between India and Kazakhstan, was commenced at Kazakhstan on 30th of October. So which was the edition of this Kazan exercise? It was the 7th edition of this Kazan exercise, and location is Kazakhstan, Otar, Kazakhstan. Next, in November, Dash became the first country in the world to completely sterilize and vaccinate their entire stray dog population. It is Bhutan, right? Bhutan became the first country in the world which sterilized and vaccinated their entire stray dog population, correct? It is Bhutan. Next, which company has recently become the first foreign company to get Government of India's approval for 100% FDI in the defense sector? It is Saab AB, correct? Saab AB, it is a Swedish defense company, correct? And it became the first foreign company to get Government of India's approval for 100% FDI in the defense sector, and this FDI proposal is valued at around 500 crore rupees. Next, which organization has recently released the report 2024 Asia Pacific Human Development Report, Making Our Future, New Directions for Human Development in Asia and the Pacific, with key findings, with key highlighting that India is among the top countries with high income and highest wealth inequality despite the rapid economic growth. So this data was released by United Nations Development Program, that is UNDP. Headquarter of UNDP is in New York, USA. Correct? And it stated that between 2000 to 2022, India's per capita income increased from 442 US dollar to 2,389 US dollar. Right? Between this period, the per capita income has increased from $442 to 2,389 US dollar. Also, we saw a reduction in poverty between the period 2004 to 2019 in India. Correct? Mark this. Next, which organization has collaborated with United Nations to create a new stamp collection and first day envelopes to honor Marie Curie on her 156th birth anniversary, that is observed on 7th of November 2023. So IEA, International Energy Agency, or International IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, this is the organization, they released a commemorative stamp, and it was to honor Madame Curie on her 156th birth anniversary, that is observed on 7th of November. Right, mark this date. Also, Madame Curie became the first woman to be honored with Nobel Prize in Chemistry as well as in Physics. Correct? And she is the person who discovered radioactivity. Radium was discovered by her. Next, according to Global Tuberculosis Report released by WHO in November, dash people across the globe were newly diagnosed with TB, and that is the highest ever record that began in 1995. So around 7.5 million people were discovered or diagnosed with tuberculosis. This is the disease that affects your lungs. It is a communicable disease, and this data was released by WHO that around 7.5 million people were newly diagnosed with TB in 2022, and this is the highest ever. And also it was reported that this increase in number can be due to the COVID-19 virus also. Next, which country has recently signed an MOU with India for cooperation on medical product regulation to enhance the quality of medical products? It is Netherlands. Correct. Netherlands recently signed an MOU with India, and it is for the cooperation on medical product regulation to enhance the quality of medical products. Next, which of the following organization has recently released the research in the journal Environment International estimating that approximately 1 in 3 non-melanoma skin cancer deaths are attributed to occupational sun exposure, right? So 1 in 3 non-melanoma skin cancer deaths are related to your sun exposure. This data was released by WHO, World Health Organization, right? Oh, sorry, I correct myself. It is WHO as well as your International Labour Organization. Both of these organizations together release this data. We know in the sun rays there is UV. UV stands for ultraviolet radiation, and high exposure to such ultraviolet radiations can lead to skin disease and even cancer. Next, who has recently unveiled a new operational framework for building climate resilient and low carbon health systems to tackle the challenges posed by rapidly changing climate? It is WHO, World Health Organization. They recently unveiled a new operational framework for building climate resilient and low carbon health systems to tackle the challenges that are posed by rapid changing climate. Next, which organization recently released an open data platform to streamline scientific data accessibility for decision makers, member states, experts, and the public? It is International Atomic Energy Agency. They released an open data platform to streamline the scientific data accessibility for decision makers, member states, experts, and public as well. Next, which organization released the second edition of the World Energy Employment Report stating that the clean energy jobs surpassed fossil fuel jobs for the first time in 2022 at the global level? So remember, which is that organization? It is IEA, International Energy Agency, right? They recently released the second edition of the World Energy Employment that stated that the clean energy jobs have surpassed the jobs that are developed in fossil fuel sector for the first time since 2022 at the global level. Next, BCCI has announced the retirement of the former Indian cricketer MS Dhoni's iconic jersey number dash. MS Dhoni's iconic jersey number is 7, and this jersey number has been retired. What does this retired means? That this jersey number cannot be given to any other Indian player. So this is jersey number 7. Before this, jersey number 10, this is of Sachin Tendulkar, was also retired, right? Then if we talk about Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he was honored with Padma Shri in 2009, Padma Bhushan in 2018, right? And he became the second cricketer to be awarded with Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratan Award, correct? And that was in 2007. Next, name the personality from India who has recently named as the United Nations Wrestling Rising Star of the Year 2023 in Women's Wrestling category. And she is Antim Panghal, right? I repeat, Antim Panghal. She is from India and she has been named as the UN, that is United or not UN, United World Wrestling's Rising Star of the Year 2023. Question will be asked that who has been named as the United World Wrestling's Rising Star of the Year in Women's Wrestling category? Antim Panghal. Correct? Take a note of this. Next, which team won the Vijay Hazare Trophy Final 2023 and 2024 for this period by defeating the Rajasthan's men cricket team in December 2023. So for this period, Vijay Hazare Trophy has been won by whom? It has been won by Haryana. Correct? They defeated Rajasthan's cricket team in the final. And yes, one more question can be asked that this Vijay Hazare Trophy, this is related to which sport? It is related to cricket. Right? Take a note of this. This was the 21st edition of Vijay Hazare Trophy. This was held from 23rd of November till 16th of December. A total of 38 teams took part in this Vijay Hazare Trophy. And for Haryana, this was the first ever victory or first ever win for Haryana team. Next, which of the following personalities from India have recently won FIH Men's Player of the Year and FIH Women's Goalkeeper of the Year award respectively at 2023 FIH Annual Hockey Star Awards? So who are they? Hardik Singh has been named as the FIH Men's Player of the Year award, right? And Savita Punia was named as the FIH Women's Hockey Women's Goalkeeper of the Year award, right? I repeat, Hardik Singh for FIH Men Player of the Year award and Savita Punia for FIH Women's Goalkeeper of the Year award. And they are related to which sport? They are related to hockey, right? Next, in December, Dash became the most expensive player in the history of IPL and joined Kolkata Knight Riders for 24.75 crore rupees to play in the 2024 IPL season. Michelle Stark, right? Michelle Aaron Stark. He is from Australia and he became the most expensive player for IPL. Correct? And he joined which team? Kolkata Knight Riders. And he was bought for 20.5 crore. I repeat, for 20.5 crore. Next, Union Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has unveiled the official logo, jersey and theme song of the 6th edition of Khelo India Youth Games in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. What is the mascot of the 6th Khelo India Youth Games? So name of the mascot is being asked here. It is Veera Mangai. Right? This is the name of the mascot of the 6th Khelo India Youth Games, and location where this Khelo India Youth Games will be held is Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Correct? More than 5,000 athletes from all over the country will be participating in this game, right? And remember, a form of Indian martial arts has been included as a demo sports here. As a demo sport has been included, that is Silambam, right? Silambam. This is the name of the Indian martial art form, correct? That was included as a demo sport in this Khelo India Youth Games. That is the 6th edition of the Khelo India Youth Games. Next, which football club has recently won FIFA Club World Cup 2023 held in Saudi Arabia? So what is the location where this was held? In Saudi Arabia. And which is the club that has won this FIFA World Cup 2023? It was won by Manchester City. Mark this, it is important, right? This was the 20th edition of this FIFA Club World Cup, and it was held from 12th to 22nd of December in 2023. Next, which company has recently partnered with Khelo India Para Games and Divyangan Kala Mela to provide specialized and accessible accommodation for differently abled players across India? It is Oyo Hotels and Homes Private Limited. That means your Oyo company. They have tied up with various NGOs, various other organizations also, correct? And they have also partnered with Khelo India Para Games and Divyangan Kala Mela, correct? In order to help the disabled sports person to grow in their journey. So it is Oyo Hotels. So friends, these were your some questions related to sports. Now let's move to some questions related to your books. First, which Indian non-government company along with Modi Story has recently edited and compiled the book Resilient India, How Modi Transformed India's Disaster Management Paradigm? This book was released by Pushkar Singh Dhami, Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, and it was released in November 2023. Question asked is, which is that Indian non-government company along with Modi Story they have edited and compiled this book? This was done by Blue Craft Digital Foundation. Option A is rightly mentioned here. Next is who has authored the book India's Movement, Changing Power Equations Around the World. This book was released by Vikram K. Doraiswamy, the High Commissioner of India. So this book was authored by whom? It was authored by Mohan Kumar, right? And this book will be published by Harper Collins India, and the book highlights about the fundamental factors and the traces about how India's position or how India is basically impacting the world order. Next, who authored the book नए भारत का संवाद. Next, CCI approved the proposed amalgamation of Shriram Ally Holding Private Limited with Dash Company. So CCI, they have approved the amalgamation of Shriram Holding Private Limited with Shriram Life Insurance Company. Right? Next, name the Indian naval ship that has saved the Marshall Island flagged MV Genco Picardy following a drone attack in the Gulf Aden in the January 2024. We are seeing that Houthis attack in the Red Sea, right? We are seeing that in the Gulf area there is a fight basically going on. Even USA and UK fired multiple rockets there, correct? So question asked here is that which was the Indian naval ship that saved the Marshall Island flagged MV Genco Picardy from the drone attack in the Gulf Aden in January 2023. What was the name of that Indian naval ship? It is INS Vishakhapatnam. Next, which company okay, from this question only, tell me the name of the insurance company, right? They have stopped providing insurances to the vessels or these ships that take their containers from one location to another. So they have banned the insurance of those vessels who will be trading along this area where the fight is going on, right? So what is the name of that insurance company? I have told you, this is your homework. Let me know in the comment section. Next, which company has recently introduced the first pure EV architecture called Active.EV? It is Tata Motors, right? Tata Motors introduced their first pure electric vehicle architecture called Active.EV, which will be the future portfolio of various electric vehicles such as Punch, Sierra, Harrier, etc. Correct? Next, IMD, India Meteorological Department celebrated their 150th Foundation Day. Here IMD developed an in-house web geographic information system based integrated decision support system called Weather Analysis and Forecast Dash System. So basically this WAFES, this was developed by IMD. This is an in-house web geographic information system, right? Now the question asked here is that what is this integrated decision support system called? It is called WAVES. What is the full form of WAVES? WAFES. Weather Analysis Forecast Enabling System, right? Mark this. Next, as per the third advance estimate of area and production of various horticulture crops for 22-23 that was released by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare in January 2024, the estimation of the total horticulture production for 22-23 is dash tons. It is how much tons? 355.25 million tons. Right, so it is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. They released this third advance estimate of area and production of various horticulture crops report, and here the estimation of the total horticulture production for 22-23 is 355.25 million tons, and this shows an increase of 2.32 tons from the past year of 21-22. Next, in which states Ash Krishnan, Secretary of the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, recently launched India's first Graphene Center, that is Indian Innovation Center for Graphene and Center of Excellence in Intelligent Internet of Things Sensors. So it is Kerala. They have launched two things. First is your first Graphene Center, and second is your Center of Excellence in Intelligent Internet of Things. So this Center of Excellence and this first Graphene Center, they both will be located where? They are in Kochi, Kerala. Next, as per the 18th Global 500 2024 annual report released by Brand Finance in January, Reliance Jio ranked Dash among the world's strongest brands in 2024, while Dash company has topped the list. So we are talking about the 18th edition of the Global 500 2024 Brand Finance report released by Brand Finance. This talks about the strongest brands globally, and Reliance Jio, it is the 17th most famous brand globally, whereas WeChat secured the first position globally. So right option here becomes option 2. Next, according to 2024 military strength ranking released by Global Firepower in January, India is ranked as the fourth most powerful military in the world, whereas USA secured the top position. USA on top position, right? Then India is on fourth position. Then USA is followed by Russia. Then China, and fourth position is with India. So right option is option 5. Next, which bank has recently signed an MOU with IREDA to establish a platform for co-lending and loan syndication for a wide range of renewable energy projects across India? It is Indian Overseas Bank. Right? They signed an MOU with IREDA. Correct? Next, name the bank that recently launched a special retail short-term deposit scheme with higher interest rate for domestic term deposits to residents and non-resident ordinary and resident senior citizens for 360 days. So this Bob 360 term deposit scheme, right? It was launched by Bob, that is Bank of Baroda. And the offer rate of interest, or we can say the interest here, is up to 7.6% per annum, and we can see an increase of 0.5% for senior citizens. Next, Ministry of Heavy Industries constituted a committee under the chairmanship of Dash to examine the demand for including more components in PLI scheme for automobile and auto component industry. So under this PLI scheme for automobiles and auto component industry, recently Ministry of Heavy Industries, they recently constituted a committee that was chaired by Hanif Qureshi, and this committee will be suggesting of including more components that will be in the PLI scheme. Under this PLI scheme, incentives are provided to various companies when they reach the desired quota for that year. Next, when was the 19th National Disaster Response Force Raising Day observed across India? So on 19th of January every year we observe National Disaster Response Force Raising Day, and this year in 2024 it was the 19th edition. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.